Yo, what is up everybody? In this video I'm going to explain whether it is better to craft the Heavy Chestplate or Colossal Sword in the Forge to make money. For this video I will be using Cobalt as the reference ore. So let's go and see what this Cobalt ore is worth if we sold it directly. You can see that one Cobalt ore sells for 15 gold. So let's go back to the Forge and check out the different probabilities and then do some calculations. If we go into the Forge here and we start putting ores into the Forge, you can see the probability of getting the different type of items changes. And usually if you want to craft the Colossal Sword, you should use 34 ores, because you have a probability of 58. And if I put more ores into the Forge here, you can see that the probability only increases by 1 percentage point. This one, actually 2, but then again 1 and 1. And if we took out some ores here, you can see that the probability increases a lot here at 27, from 37 to 42 to 46. So you get a lot of percentage points. So that's why people say that 34 is around the most optimal level, because you have the highest chance of getting the Colossal Sword compared to the number of ores that you have to use. So let's take this as the reference for the best number of ores for the Colossal Sword and write down these values here. We have a 58% chance to get a Colossal Sword, 38% chance to get Great Axe, and 4% chance to get the Great Sword. If we go back out into the index here, you can actually check how much an item is worth. If you go to the item in the index here, you can see the base price here. And this base price is also conveniently the one that you get for Cobalt. And you can see it doesn't matter which rarity of the same item you get. It's only the damage and attack speed that increases by doing this. The price stays the same. So we know that the price of the Colossal Sword base price is 13.55. Let's check the Great Axe here. It's 850. And the Great Sword is 485. Now we can calculate the expected amount of gold that we will get from this Forge, because we are not guaranteed to get either of these 3 weapons. We will get one at random at the probabilities listed. So we can just times the probability by the price and we get the expected value for each one. And if we take all of these together, we have the total expected return for this craft at 34 ores. And it comes out to a total of 128.3 gold. We can also calculate how much we have to spend. The cost of the 34 Cobalt in this case is 15 times 34, which means that the profit or the amount of extra gold that you make from crafting this specific number of ores is 618.3. So now that we have this number, we can compare it to the heavy armor. For the heavy armor, it is recommended to use 37, because this is also around the number of ores that's most optimal for making the Heavy Chestplate. Again, you can see Heavy Chestplate here increases by a lot of percentage points here, from 32 to 33. It actually increases by 10 percentage points. It's quite crazy. So I'll have to do some calculations in another video. Maybe this would be more optimal. I'll find out later for you guys. But anyways, for this video, I'm going to use the number of ores that people normally use. You can see that it is at 37. You can see here up to 37 you get now 4 percentage points, and then after that you get 3, 2, 2 and so on. So people say that 37 is around the most optimal number of ores for crafting Heavy Chestplate. So again, I will write down all these values here. At 37 ores we have a chance to get Heavy Chestplate, Heavy Leggings and Heavy Helmet. At the probabilities 0.68, 0.25 and 0.01. Oh, actually we also have a 1% chance to get the medium chest plate at this point. So we should also include that one. And let's go out and check the index for the prices. So we have the medium chest plate here, 850. Heavy helmet, 120. Leggings, 1200. And the heavy chest plate is also 1355 like the Colossal Sword. So if we calculate the expected return for each one, just take the probability times the price, base price, and we get a grand total of 1291.1. Again, we can also calculate the cost. It is 555, and if we take the expected amount of gold that we make from this forge minus the cost, we get the money, the extra amount of money that we get from this forge, and it is 736.1. So to compare, the expected gold that we got from the Colossal Sword forge was 1128.3 with a cost of 510, which means a profit or an extra amount of money of 618.3, and the expected amount of gold that we make from the armor forge at 37 ores is 1291.1 with a cost of 555, and a extra amount of money that we can make from the ores, or a profit, of 736.1, which means that it is more worth it to craft the heavy chest plate, or try to craft the heavy chest plate, than to craft the Colossal Sword if you are after gold. It's not a huge difference, but it is a difference, so if you craft a ton of times, it will add up. So that's it, guys. That is whether it is better to craft the heavy chest plate or the Colossal Sword in the forge. I will also make an entire video on what the most optimal number of ores is later. But that's it, guys, for this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like on it, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. I will see you in the next one. Peace.